this thing is like, it doesn't matter what gym you're from. I don't care if you're the gym right next door to me, or if you're from, a gym that we know we're going to be fighting guys from. We started inviting everybody out. We had this guy come in, and like, I was late getting there, so like they were already warm, and I just had thrown my gear on. Well, this dude comes in and is like trying to take my head off, and I don't know, he hit me like 5 or 6 times and nailed me before I was even awake, and I was like, here we go. So like then like it was on. Like, I mean, I ended up, he ended up on his back, and I was, tearing him up. But that first, the first minute or so, he was probably like, dang, I'm good, man. I'm beating the UFC guy. And then, then I got woke up, and I had to tear him up a little bit, man, because he was coming at me hard, which I had said something on Facebook, and like they send me these fight cards, B2 does, to like make my predictions.
Right.
So I made my prediction. Well, I didn't know who he was, and I knew the other guy, so I just said the other guy was going to win.
And he was the one who lost.
And he ended up winning the fight, and then he was like, then he come on there and commented like, you're going to eat your words now. I'm like, dude, that was just a fight prediction. It's not like it's a big deal. Quit getting mad.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I can imagine that, man. I would say that there's all kinds of crazy stuff that goes on. And you guys get together in Lexington is it Blue Jitsu or where is it?
No, it's at Georgetown MMA.
Oh, okay.
Up in Georgetown, Adam Gomez's gym.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I know that. I think there was a couple times that. Do you work out with the guys at Blue Jitsu?
Yeah. I actually think I got my blue.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
I got my Blue Jitsu shirt on today. Yeah, Paul Hogan is one of my training partners. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. And
Paul is so good, man.
He is, dude. And
he moves really well.
Yeah, Paul's the man. I really like Paul. I mean, he's one of my big brothers in jiu-jitsu now. We kind of came up together a little bit. And, I think I remember him being a purple belt and I was a blue belt. And then, I've kind of just, I followed him up the ranks. And then he started training with my instructor, Coach Seals, I think before I did. And, we've come up together now. He's a big part of my game. He's one of my coaches, really.
Which set of, I know you guys are under the Gracies. Which one are you all under?
So we're actually Team Sean Hammonds now.
Oh, okay.
Michael Seals, he came up under Carlson Gracie and 4 seasons, but once he opened his own gym up there, he couldn't stay under them just because it was it was a little too close to home. So we're affiliated with Sean Hammonds now, and it's a great team.
Yeah, I was when Paul started the Blue Jitsu, he had that vision to start that, man. He had he saw that there was a need. For law enforcement to train better, to train better to train better in jiu-jitsu. And over the years, recent events and stuff that's went on, that has become, you have the Gracies now that have a law enforcement system that they use. It's gosh, I can't remember the name of it now because I'm put on the spot. But they have there's 2 courses, like a level 1 and level 2.
Yeah, they do that in Louisville, I think, right?
Yeah, there's a gym up there.
Yeah,
and
Alan
Manganello.
Yeah, Manganello. Yeah.
It's a good gym, man. That's probably one of the, when I moved. So when I moved to Richmond, there was a local gym I trained at for a while. The one we trained at for a while, and then. The one they opened up the one that's in Louisville, it's so cool, dude. This is the way that they're really about, learning. And when I went in there, man, I hadn't rode with anybody, dude. Like, I don't do that stuff much anymore. Like, I'll roll for 5 minutes. I'm like, oh man, somebody bring me a walker,
right, Yeah.
But it's it was really cool because. I don't care what 30 like, but man, they wouldn't. There was no intentions of them hurting you or anything like that. They would just let you play and let you work around with it.
Yeah. We started a jiu-jitsu program here at my location of Elite in Berea. We started. We're pushing the 2-year mark now, man, and that's like my favorite thing is there's no egos on the mat in my gym, man, and like every gym you go into, and like I say gym because like I think there's a difference between a martial arts school and a gym.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're a martial arts school, so like There's no ego. Like, I'll throw you out quick if you are hurting people all the time. If your attitude's poor, like, I won't let you come back and train. You know? So I think that's one thing that I really pride myself on down here in Berea, man, is we've built up some good jiu-jitsu athletes in the short 2 years that I've been teaching jiu-jitsu, because there's a big difference between the stand-up arts and the ground arts, you know what I mean? Because what do you got, like less than 10 punches in stand-up, and then just perfecting all of them, which takes forever, and it's pretty tedious, but like you can become proficient pretty quickly. But with jiu-jitsu, you know, it takes a long time. But I think that I pride myself on what we're building down here in Berea, because nobody's getting any rank that they haven't earned, you know, and everybody's safe. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's in there hurting each other.
And that's the important thing, man. It's you know, people know that they can come in and train, and they're not going to have to worry about, you know, getting hurt or
they got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm old, man. You know, back in the day, I used to compete in the, you know, jiu-jitsu or the BJJ tournaments, and I used to do, you know, karate stuff too. Well, the karate, the taekwondo tournaments I did when I was in high school, and I did it up until I graduated high school. You know, BJJ stuff, I didn't get into that more until my late 20s, early 30s. But you know, when I used to do, I trained, I've dabbled in probably, I don't know, Muay Thai, boxing, BJJ, Krav, Hapkido. I've done some Aikido. You probably, and you know, so I always forget to mention this, because if you follow McDojo Life, they give, you know, this the Dillman method stuff hell about, you know, the Riku Kempo, George Dillman stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No, I've never even watched McDojo
Oh,
Life,
really?
I don't think. Maybe if it's been shared on like a news site and they've posted a video, but like I guess I need to follow it. It's probably pretty fun to watch.
Oh yeah, well yeah. What they do, man, is you know, they focus on like your McDojo stuff, right? So you might have. I think what's the guy that's do you ever watch YouTube stuff at all? There's a guy that's he's in Michigan right now, and he has this this gun defense stuff, and people were making fun of him.
Oh, the cop guy?
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So they'll get on. So McDojo Life, they will they'll talk about like the fake, you know, fake stuff, the fake karate.
They expose people.
Yeah. And so George Dillman. So when I got out of the Taekwondo era, graduated high school, come back from Korea. When I was in Korea, I kind of dabbled in some Hapkido when I was in Korea, which was very interesting to study under somebody that you didn't understand a word that they said.
Yeah, I know a lot of Hapkido myself.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I think I'm a orange or green belt in Hapkido myself.
I don't even know what belt I was.
Yeah,
it was. I remember that I would go. I was stationed at Camp Casey, Korea, and so we would go. I think it was every Wednesday or Thursday night. I would go to the guy's gym, and we would go to another gym off post, and it was just a bunch of locals or a bunch, you know, nationals and stuff, you know, Korean people, and man, it was crazy to go in there, and I just remember doing a lot of jumping and rolling and, you know, flipping and turning and, you know, all this other stuff.
Yeah. One of the big things in Hapkido is tumbling. I mean, and we do that in jiu-jitsu too. Yeah. But like, I guess anything that's not jiu-jitsu people hate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
so like they talk shit or talk smack on it, and it's the same thing. We do the same thing. Man.
Yeah. I mean, he would put like barriers up, dude, and you'd have to take a run, jump, dive over it, and all this other stuff. And I remember going, "Oh my God, man! Like, why am I doing this crap? I don't want to. You know, if I'm going to be, you know, playing dodgeball, you know, or something other, you know, this might be beneficial to me, but you know, it's the 18-year-old me and thinking like, what use is this stuff? Yeah. But the back to the George Dillman stuff, man. It's so Ryukyu Kempo. So it's based off of Chinese acupressure or meridians, right? So you have your stomach meridian. You touch a point, it activates another point, and it causes cycle creation or cycle destruction, depending on what you're wanting to do with it, right? Mm-hmm. So the Dillman method of stuff was based off of I could touch 3 points using like a cycle destruction, and I can cause a knockout, right? So if I hit your stomach point, like your stomach 5 point, which is onto your jaw, and I connect it to like a liver point and a heart point, then and all I have to do is just tap it, and I have the angle and direction correct, it's going to cause a knockout, right? So it's what it was kind of based off of, but it also had stuff on there like, you know, had Kempo karate kind of into it as well. Yeah. Which, you know, the acupressure, the Chinese acupressure stuff was, they based it off of actually, actual Chinese acupuncture.
Yeah.
That stuff was
Yeah.
real. Energy flow, I mean, dude, like I felt like when I studied so much that I felt like I was going to have a degree in acupressure. Like I had a book, it was an acupuncture book, and I studied all this stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
so Dillman started getting into more of what they call the no touch knockout. So he started getting the stuff where he would take his hands and he would
seen
do
these
this right
guys,
here,
yeah.
and then people would pass out. And I remember, man, sitting.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. So I remember sitting, like when he started putting the stuff out, and I remember sitting watching it, and I looked over to my buddy, and I said, dude, like what is going on right here? And then it started getting the stuff. He started saying, you lift your left toe, you can change your polarity, and they can't do this. And I remember going, what are you talking about, dude?
Crazy,
Changing polarity.